Very good. Okay, very good.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor presented by the Barstool News Network. It is Florida Man Friday, September 25th, 2020, and we are very excited, full crew in the house, to get you going with these Florida Man stories. But first, we must address, we predicted on yesterday's episode things might escalate in the streets, especially in Louisville and other places where they're taking that news very hard, and that it did. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody, including the officers who were shot in the unrest. And we're just our thoughts, our hearts and prayers go out to everybody.
The people feeling the pain
safe.
too. The people feeling the pain.
Well, everyone,
right?
We love you all, and have
everybody.
We hope that you're safe this weekend. And we're not trying to downplay it. And maybe we'll have more to say next week. But we want to have a fun Florida Man Friday episode. So everyone, stay safe. Love you.
Let's do some Florida.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk Florida. We have so much Florida Man content today. It's just disgusting. Mark, get us going.
So jam-packed. All right, this one's interesting. We've covered a few stories of unique ways to get away during quarantine. If you remember, like the homeless guy who tried to live at that abandoned Disney wildlife park. That was pretty awesome. Or the people invading the remote Scottish Highlands and getting kicked out in the towns. Or the family that bought the ritzy hotel just for themselves.
Or the guy that lived in the minor league soccer stadium for a while.
Exactly, all those. Well, this one might be the best one yet, guys. 32-year-old Brent Underwood of Hillsborough County, Florida, moved far away, in fact, as far away as he could, when he bought and then became the sole resident of an abandoned mining town that is popularly rumored to be a literal ghost town. So
they have mining towns in Florida?
Cool. No, in California. He moved from Florida to California.
He's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe not the only resident, though, at the ghost.
What do you mine for in Florida? Like gators?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing good is below ground in Florida. But
we're just mining for snakes.
This guy's a mine for oxys. Pennies.
This guy's 8,500 feet above sea level in a mining town that it's been getting 5 feet of snow, and he's living there by himself with mountain goats, and he's just exploring abandoned mine shafts and going completely insane. So good luck out there, Brent.
The Donner Party. My neighborhood in Reno is named after the Donner Party because this is where they rested for Halloween right before they went into the mountains and ate each other in the winter because they got stuck. That's basically where this guy is.
That's where this guy in the Inyo Mountains. That's like this guy. This guy he bought it in 2018 and he moved there during quarantine and he wanted to turn it into a tourist attraction. But I think the ghost told him not to do that, and now he's just living with them.
Do you know what the town is called?
Cerro Gordo. Cerro Gordo. Gordo means fat. I don't know what Cerro means, but Gordo means fat.
Fat ghost.
Fat ghost, yeah. Is that what Cerro means? I don't think so. That's that one. Good luck, Brent.
All right, guys. Real quick, a word from our sponsor, Paint Your Life Fat Hills. PaintYourLife.com. So if you want to get a gift that's going to be memorable, we recommend you check out Paint Your Life. Here's what these guys do. You send them a photo, they'll paint it. They'll paint it any way you want them to paint it. They'll work with you until it's perfect. And look, the holidays are coming up. Straight up, you might not be able to travel to see your mom, your grandma, your dad. If you're like us, if you're in your middle 20s to 40s, your folks might be older, and you might need to distance from them. But here's a way to make up for it: get them a portrait of you. Hand paint it. Or maybe you don't have a family. Maybe you're a solo bachelor and you're going to be trying to swipe
Brent Underwood and Cerro Gordo.
Yeah, maybe you're going to be swiping on the dating sites.
I'm looking at pictures of Cerro Gordo right now, and Brent needs some paintings on the wall.
Send him a painting.
He needs Paint Your Life more than anybody.
It means Fat Hill. Send him a painting out there.
I'll be real. Oh, and to the college listeners out there, here's an idea. You and your buddies all pitch in, maybe a foursome, get a painting to hang in your shared apartment house or frat house. Though, if it's a frat house specifically, you four are going to get laid out of anyone.
My God. imagine how the quotient, you're exponentially more than your frat.
Yeah,
brother.
it's kind of like
You better believe it.
remember when we used to hang in that bar, Omaya's in Herndon a lot, and we became such good friends with the guy. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, can I put my picture on the wall of this bar?" And he goes, "If you bring it, I'll put it." It's kind of the same thing.
Did that work a couple times?
I know. I put
point
my
at the
picture on the wall, and then
tap
people are
the
like,
picture.
"Why are you on the wall?" I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it." Anyway,
I'll tell you about it at home.
Exactly. It's a quick and easy process, guys. It just takes about 3 weeks, which is really quick for a hand-painted deal. You can get oil, you can get acrylic, you can get watercolor, whatever you want. You pick the artist. You work with the artist to make sure it's perfect. Send any picture of yourself, your family, your children, a cherished pet, perhaps. You can combine photos in one painting as well. It's a great gift. And right now, if you use our code, here's what you need to do to get it. You need to text 64,000. That's 64000. You need to text 64,000. And they will send you the promo code. It's 20% off.
Well, the body of the
factor.
text factor.
You just 64,000. The number, the recipient is 64,000.
Right,
That's where Paint Your Life
64,000
lives.
Text them factor.
Yeah, just hit them with the factor there, boys. 20% off and free shipping, which is fucking insane because shipping a painting is nuts. It's like it's preventative to get a painting shipped, but
it's
not
insane.
now. Not anymore. So get on it now, guys, because the holidays are coming up and it's a 3-week turnaround. Get that 20% off. That's paintyourlife.com. Text 64,000. Text factor to 64,000.
Yep.
All right. Guys, there is a strict code of ethics on the streets of Wimauma, Florida. And when you don't know that code, bad things can and will happen to you. For instance, if you have a nicer car than someone and you rev your nicer car's engine at them, you can get shot. And that's what happened to one man. Yeah. Well, that's what
just
happened.
standard practice in Wimauma.
Yeah, it's well known, Will.
Not too surprised about this. Yeah.
Right. No.
Yeah, Florida absolutely works with the don't rub it in rules of conduct. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. If you rev your engine, it's either you're best friends with this person or mortal enemies. It's one of the two.
Something tells me you could get killed by this person who we're about to talk with just by looking at them in any context.
Well, the wrong way,
Yes.
Will. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, that's what happened to one man who apparently made the mistake of revving his engine too close to 18-year-old Raymond Davis and 21-year-old Trevor Barnett. So when the duo pulled up next to the man and Raymond asked, "Are you revving your engine at me?" It started a series of events that led to the man being followed, shot at twice, and wondering what the fuck had just happened. Soon after
he
that,
ran into Ray and Trevor.
he ran into Ray and Trevor. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a duo. Trevor's got a little tattoo right under his eye. He looks like a Amish gang member.
They're making up all sorts of revger engines. Like you cross the street at the wrong time, just like Will said. Whatever you do, they're gonna find an excuse to be angry at you.
Was there a buddy in the car? Because I bet he'd be like, "Is he revving his engine at me?" And he's like, "I think he wants to race you." No, I think he wants to die.
Raymond and Trevor.
Is he trying to prove his sound system's better than ours?
Yeah, he's
Which one is bald at like the age of 22?
What's that?
Which one is bald?
Trevor.
Trevor. Okay.
Yeah, Trevor. Raymond's the younger guy with he's got I think little dreads. Anyway, soon after the first incident, the man noticed the two again patrolling the streets. This time in Ruskin, making sure nobody was revving their engines at them. And when he tried to get a pic of their license plate to snitch to the cops, Davis again shot at the man. One bullet striking his car. Anyway, they are now in jail. It was not confirmed.
Wait a minute. Did the guy who got shot at circle back and try to get pictures of him?
He saw him a second time a few days later in a different town where they were patrolling the streets.
Why would he approach them again?
This is a good Samaritan. This guy just doesn't want Ray and Trevor roaming the streets.
No, he took a picture of the license plate like a bitch because he learned his lesson. Did it say what kind of cars they were in or no?
No, it didn't. It didn't confirm if the man was indeed revving his engine at Raymond and Trevor.
He did shoot a bullet through the guy's car.
Dude, these two are pink. These two are Pink Panthering this guy, but instead of surprise attacking him with the karate, they're just shooting him out every time they see him.
Dude, if I had a beard as bad as Trevor's, I'd be shooting at everyone too. That's the worst beard I've ever seen in my fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
It looks like someone stuffed a bunch of pubes in a shotgun and then put glue on his face and just fired away.
Right. Yeah, he's not a looker, that's for sure. So they're safe off the streets for now, but they'll be back checking on those revs.
Wow.
Oh shit. Ray and Trevor just run that town. What
yeah.
town was that again?
They think they run that.
Wimauma.
Yeah. Ooh, watch out. That's Ray and Trevor territory. All right. Next one comes to us from Tank Barstool and Charles. And I'm seeing people who want to compete with Charles, by the way. Charles has been getting a lot of play this week. He's submitted a lot of stories. But I'll say, Charles is a grinder, all right? If you want to compete with him, just hit up any of us anytime. Hard Factor Mark, Hard Factor Pat, Hard Factor Wes, Hard Factor Will. Hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, DMs, whatever, anytime. And then you could compete with the grinder Charles to get some stories.
Day or night. The Beeve will interact with you. His main hours are 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. if you're up.
Yeah.
Beeve
Zach from Insta
especially.
also sent this to me.
Who did?
There. Zach from Instagram.
Zach from Instagram.
Yeah,
Man,
you
a
want
lot
to
of
hit me.
people-
You want to hit me when I'm drinking too. That's when I really will spill my heart at you.
Yeah, if I'm super high in the morning and drinking coffee and smoking weed, that's usually the time for me. We all have our different hours, but hit us up, send in stories. We love the Heart of Hive. We love talking with you guys. So this comes to us from Tank, Charles, and then also Zach, and it comes from so many members of the Heart of Hive because it's hilarious and incredible. Story about Florida parents. Florida moms and dads have been spotted smoking weed and drinking booze while walking around half naked in the background of their kids' online courses throughout the COVID school year. And frustrated teachers at a school board meeting sounded off this week. So elementary teacher Edith Pride from Boca Raton said this: "Parents, please make sure that you have on proper clothing when you are walking behind your child's computer, because we've seen them in their drawers, their bras, and everything else. Parents, when you are helping your children at their computer, please do not appear with big joints in your hands and cigarettes. These joints be as big as cigars. Oh yeah, we've seen it all."
Be as big as cigars.
Hold on, who was that message from?
That was from Edith Pride, an elementary school teacher in Boca Raton. She was
Where did
sounding
she
off at a town hall.
disseminate that message? Where that
I think
wasn't
like
a
a
memo.
town hall meeting.
Okay.
Sounds like Edith partakes when she's home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Edith
These are
knows all about blunts.
fatties.
Yeah.
I've never seen joints this fat. I've seen joints.
These are 2 gram, unless it's a spliff. This is a 2 gram joint.
I see your white owls. They know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edith is aware of what's going on. But yeah, so she's upset, and they said that where she was at when she said all this shit, the parents, half of them just laughed and just thought it was hilarious. Because of course it's the COVID year.
What are they
It's
going to do? You think the Florida parents are going to stop walking around in their underwear?
This is their
They can't
routine.
help
They're not
it.
going to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Another teacher who refused to be named.
I bet a lot of them are doing it just to teach a lesson too. I bet it's a way to teach a lesson. I don't know what the lesson is, but I bet
wait a
they're.
minute. What's the
I
lesson?
bet some of
Well,
them.
they're just
They
know
just
what they're
enjoy
doing.
it.
they just love drinking beers and
Yeah.
smoking.
The lesson is, if this
Smoking
bothers you,
J's.
then take my kid away from me and
Yeah,
have
move
him in
out
your
of
school.
Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is Florida, so in the parents' defense. So also, an unnamed teacher said, I had a father, no shirt, drinking a beer at 11:45 in the morning. And that's just all she said.
Just one?
Yeah, right. To that, I say, yeah, no shit. I thought this was America.
It's like that game, Guess Who? If you were to guess that, I would assume you flip down all the pieces in Florida.
Dude,
Shirtless
imagine
man
that.
drinking beer on Zoom.
Imagine that dad's day. He's just sitting there doing his normal 11:45 a.m. beer, but this time his kid is there trying to learn. He's like, "What are you doing over there? Are you in school? Okay, that's cool. That's
He's
cool."
just in a folding chair inside.
He's just
shirtless.
watching his son do school. He's
Keep it down.
relearning.
Keep it down. Cops is on again.
And cops
I mean,
got canceled.
Why they think
reruns.
half these
Oh, yeah,
half
yeah,
these
yeah,
kids couldn't pass, basic math? I mean, then that's what's happening in the homes.
Yeah, we've all been where that dad is before. So, you
Absolutely.
know, I mean, like Florida's going to Florida.
I don't see a
Florida
problem with
parents.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This one comes from St. Augustine, Florida, and was sent to me by Bridget C. because it's a bit on brand for me. Some psychopath stole $600 of cat blood from the Anastasia Cat Clinic on September 17th, according to the St. John's Police.
I'm more interested in how you quantify the monetary
Price.
value of cat blood. That
Yes.
more so than someone stole it. What's
Well,
$600 of cat blood look like?
I think it was
And
like
how much could I get for
four
my cat?
vials. I think it was like 4 vials. No, so that's
That's
not,
it?
or like 4 pouches, but that's not how
You're
it works.
talking about over
That's
$100
not how it works, Pat.
per
Those
Those
vial
must
of
have been
cat
good
blood.
cats.
I've got a big old cat at my house.
This is
I'll tell
clearly
you.
because it's like for doctor work. Like they're sending in the cat blood to see if they have cat AIDS or whatever. Like this is
Right.
So they stole it from the clinic. They released a tweet. The St. John's police released a tweet showing surveillance footage of the suspect with a backpack walking around in the clinic, and then his getaway truck where he drove off with the cat blood. So let me ask you,
Man,
what could this dude possibly want with cat blood?
I don't know. It's a niche market, though.
Yeah, I thought of a few things. Maybe he thinks he's a vampire, or maybe he is. Maybe he's
It's got to be ritual. Yeah.
Maybe he's a low budget filmmaker and he wants like some blood for the film. Maybe he's staging a fake death. He could be using it to throw on people's furs, jackets, or like for protesting. Maybe it's a weightlifting thing for gains that we're not aware of. Like if you drink cat blood, you get strong. I don't know.
What was it? What was like the container that he stole? Because a lot of people do break into vets
I
to
don't
get
know.
like
It's like a pouch. It's like a
tramadol
pouch
and
of
shit.
blood. It's like a pouch of blood.
So
I feel like
so
you
it was
need to
clearly
drink
not
tiger
pills.
blood or lion blood.
No, it's clearly not pills. It's blood. It's
Yeah.
clearly blood. It's
What
not
does he know
pills.
that we don't know? You know,
That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
Right,
you.
it's like house cat blood, though, right? So it's
Yeah.
not like
No,
I
it's
can't
not.
imagine
It's a
like
vet. It's a
drinking your
veterinary.
house cat's blood to get stronger.
Well,
Like,
I don't know.
Faster,
maybe.
gross.
The worst part of this story, though, is that cat owners are going to have to drive their cats back to the vets to get their blood drawn again. And I don't know about if you've ever taken a cat to the vets, but it's no picnic.
yeah.
I sent you guys a video of one of my cats fresh after the vets, and he was furious. He wouldn't hang out for days afterwards because he was just so mad. And then one other cat vet story is we took my oldest cat to the vets to get his nuts chopped off, and you bring like a towel. They tell you to bring a towel. And when we came to pick him back up, that people like, pulled us aside and they were like, "Oh, we're really sorry, but we had to like throw away your towel." And we're like, "Okay." It was like $3 towel. We're like, "Cool." They're like, "Cause he diarrheaed all over it." I was like, "Oh, okay. Are you guys okay? Is everyone okay?" They're like, "Yeah, we gave you a new towel." I'm like, "Okay." So we take him home and the new towel, and he, like halfway through the ride home, not even, he diarrheas again in the car, and it was so bad that we almost got in a car accident because it smelled so bad. But luckily, we were like a quarter mile away at the time from PFT's old house when he was living in Austin. So we just pulled over and threw all the shitty towels away in his trash can and drove off. We just shit bombed him and drove.
That's messed up.
Got him. That's
All
it.
right, guys. A Florida man is suing McDonald's after sustaining a very serious injury from biting into a chicken nugget. The man claims that he cracked one of his teeth on a piece of bone inside the nugget. This is Alexi Stolfat, and he's suing McDonald's for $1.1 million. And he's demanding a
Must have
recall.
been a hell of a tooth.
He's demanding a recall of all chicken McNuggets, according to the Sun
Wait
Sentinel.
just a minute. Does our intern Bubba know about this?
I'm not sure. I just found.
Do you
I found-
remember when he sent us the picture of the
Oh
chicken
yeah,
nugget
he
with
had
a piece
wood
of
in
wood?
his chicken nugget.
Oh, yeah.
That would have chipped a tooth. He's got to be furious if this guy gets 1.1 million.
Yeah, all he'd have to do is chip his tooth,
Yeah.
and then say that he chips his tooth on that chicken nugget with a piece of wood in it. Now, who knows how that happens?
He sent us a picture.
He had ordered the nuggets from Uber Eats in West Palm Beach, and Alexi said that he felt a pain in his mouth, and then he's been suffering from serious headaches since the incident, and he will need surgery to replace
But
the
he
tooth.
ate the nuggets that cracked his tooth open? Wait,
Well,
so hold
they
on.
still were good.
Back that up. Yeah. No, there's something fishy there. So the nuggets, he ate them, and then he felt bad.
Well, he ate a nugget, chipped his tooth. I don't know if he finished the other four
course he did.
or
It was the
8
last
or-
nugget.
Yeah, you think it was the last nugget?
No,
this is
definitely
this
not.
Is like,
but
no, this is like when somebody complains that they didn't like their food halfway through a meal.
This is like
Right.
when someone puts a piece of glass in their plate and blames it on the restaurant.
Well, guys, McDonald's has been ripe for lawsuits like this for a long time after the woman sued for remember the
Coffee.
in the 90s because she was
Coffee lady.
She spilled coffee on her thighs, and I guess she was wearing like 90s like windbreaker pants.
Did you see the injury though from
yeah,
that?
she burned the shit.
She
out of herself.
basically burnt her thigh.
Yeah, so
through to the
McDonald's
bone.
had
To the
they
bone.
have to have their coffee like at a lower temperature.
Yeah, she won that lawsuit because if you looked at the injury, you threw up. That's how bad. She was like also like 80 years old.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's missing a tooth. Stolfat reported he reportedly has not hired a lawyer, and he filed the lawsuit on his own. And according to the
That'll
Sun,
go through well.
well,
for $1
according to
million
the
bucks.
Sun Sentinel, he has done legal work in his home country of Estonia, although he is not a licensed attorney in his current residence of Florida. But yeah, we'll see.
He's casting a wide net, just waiting.
I think that
see
they
if someone
should-
picks it up.
They should GPS this guy and see how many times he gets chicken nuggets. Because if he's still buying chicken nuggets, he's full of shit because he knows they're delicious and they never damaged his tooth.
It's kind of like when you like see someone who is supposedly has a neck injury using their like neck thing as a koozie.
Exactly. That's what's going on here.
Also, how do you bite into something so hard that you just take your tooth out?
You
can. No, you absolutely can.
I mean, you can chip.
How hard are you biting things?
Yeah, he's so excited about the nugget.
If you're a chicken nugget.
If you're in a zone where you're just chawing on something and you hit a piece of bone, it can easily crack your tooth.
I mean, I've chipped a tooth from biting into something too hard.
What are you, like a crocodile?
It was a fork.
Yeah, a fork. Yeah, something metal. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a bone.
How hard are you guys biting? You
It
fucking
happens
idiots.
all the time.
Also, how weak is his teeth? Are your teeth
Well, he's from
supposed to be able to
Estonia,
crush
Will. I don't think
bones?
they have fluoride in the water there.
Good point.
Teeth are built to break bones.
Yeah.
How did he
goat
even
milk.
have teeth at that age? All right. Yeah.
All right, guys. When 67-year-old Norbert Logston Jr. is on the corner waving his Trump flag, yelling, "Trump 2020," and flicking off cars during an impromptu Trump rally, the last thing you should do, and what he desperately wants you to do, is flick him off right back and yell, "Biden 2020," which is exactly what Crystal Ledoux of Orange Park, Florida, and her 13-year-old daughter did as they drove to Freddy's for some dinner. You guys seen the video of this?
I'm going to pull it up now. Was it a Trump impromptu
Norbert.
Trump rally of one?
Is it
No, there was-
Norbert waving his
Wait a
Trump
minute.
flag
Is
on
it
the corner? It's so
is it
funny.
Norberg or Nordberg?
No, I think it's Norbert.
Norbert.
Oh,
His first name is Norbert.
I was
Yeah.
thinking of Nordberg from The Naked Guns. That's
Oh,
OJ's,
OJ?
OJ's
No.
character.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he's a big boy, too, isn't he?
He's a big old guy.
Yeah,
What a
so-
psycho, dude.
Yeah, well, it made it,
Fucking, oh, shit. This video is
Yeah.
fucked up.
yeah, well, it made him real mad, Pat, and so he charged the car with his wooden flagpole in hand. Crystal tried to escape, but the man was too quick, and cars were blocking her way. As her daughter videotaped the man jabbing the pole through the car window, striking
He's using
her.
it like a lance.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. He's just jabbing the shit out of this 13-year-old through the window. She's screaming for her life.
This will make my candidate look good.
Yeah. Well, he nailed her in the face and the chest.
Oh.
She's got like marks and stuff. So yeah,
could-
Norbert's
in trouble.
They couldn't drive
guessing.
off. They were blocked in. You said.
they were blocked in. Yeah.
Oh
So,
God. That's
yeah, Norbert-
terrible.
Is Norbert going to miss the vote now? He's
Yeah.
not going to be able.
Norbert had his flag taken away by the police and is being charged with child abuse now.
Yeah, that's a felony, so he won't
yeah.
be like.
He's gonna get very sued by this woman, 100%. So yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Norbert
stuff out
doesn't
there.
look like he's got a lot in the bank, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can have that flagpole if you want.
Maybe after those tax cuts.
There's a thick flagpole.
Should have left that alone. All right. His rallying days of one are probably over. All right, let's move it to Monroe County, Florida, where a Big Pine Key man ate 4 baggies of heroin and escaped from an ambulance that was en route to a local hospital.
How the hell do you do that?
Holy shit.
I don't know how I'm about to explain. 5:22 p.m., the police found Ira Emil Kauzinski incoherent but responsive in a bedroom inside his home, I'm assuming rented. Rescue crews gave the man Narcan to stop his opioid-induced crisis. And then they called for a Monroe County Fire and Rescue backup or an ambulance to come take care of him.
Giving a Florida man Narcan is like the equivalent of puking and rallying for everyone else.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So he's now like kind of like lucid a little bit.
Yeah.
And they
Well, he's
they
wide
get him in
awake.
a- they get him in an ambulance, and Kauzinski then somehow in the middle of the ambulance ride to the hospital escapes out the back of the ambulance when the ambulance made a weird unscheduled stop on the shoulder of the road. So don't know what Kauzinski did to get the thing to stop, but then he just escaped out the back when it did stop. And then K9 units were called in that found him 30 minutes later, just like hiding in the woods somewhere around the ambulance area, where he then informed them when they found him in the woods that he had also swallowed 4 baggies of heroin while he escaped.
Oh, so another Narcan.
Yeah, probably had to Narcan him again. Eventually, they finally got him into whatever padded room he was headed for, and you can see his picture there. He needs to just chill. He needs to
What
take
a
take a couple
day.
plays off.
I mean,
What
that's,
a day.
it's kind of counterintuitive, right? Because he wanted to get away, right? But then, he didn't get busted for heroin. But then he swallowed 4 bags of heroin, which is going to slow him down tremendously.
Pretty much,
And also put the heroin
paralyzing
on
himself.
him.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah, exactly. He should have just ditched that.
Right. He didn't need to. He was already out. He was already out in the woods. He was like, I'm just going to swallow these 4 bags.
He wasn't thinking clearly.
He could have just done it too, and probably regretted that. Ira didn't think this one out.
No, he didn't think things out.
No. You see how one of his eyeballs literally sits like 3 inches below the other one, and you kind of tell with that look.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have Ira's eyes.
I don't think it's that he doesn't like think it out. I think it's just he doesn't think about it twice. Whatever pops up in the old noggin is like, all right.
Yeah.
Good idea, Ira.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to question that.
Done it again, Ira.
Yeah.
Well,
Holy shit.
Hope he gets the help he needs.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. All right, let's talk about our favorite part about the news, and that's the ability to gamble on it. You can do that with us if you go to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, and if you go to that promo URL, you don't need a promo code. Go to that promo URL and create an account and deposit at least $20. We'll give you a free $20, no strings attached. So let's look at a few markets I like. I'm just gonna pull up my dashboard here because I did a little gambling in this week. We got
blogs coming out soon with all of our picks. We've been making a lot of picks.
Check the blogs. I like which party will win Florida. I have a Republican at 53 cents, I think.
We've already made money on that. It's up to 55, 56 right now.
Closest states, I have Arizona and Florida as well. I think it's going to be close, but I think it's going Republican, maybe close. Margin of victory, the popular vote is my favorite because Hillary won by 2.1% in 2016. I think it's going to be similar to that. So I have the Democrats winning by 0 to 1.5%, the Democrats winning by 1.5 to 3%, the Democrats winning by 3 to 4.5%. Those 3 markets for a combined total of like 27 cents.
And you hit that beforehand because let me tell you, that market had the Democrat blowout as the largest,
which is ridiculous.
Band
Over 10%. That's ridiculous.
Forever. Yeah. And then just in the last week, finally people are starting to realize that's not what's going to happen.
You can still get those 3 for like 30 cents.
Right.
Yeah. You can still get those lower markets for about 10 cents each. Once you get to the 3 through 6% range, they're about 13 cents each market. But the 0 to 1.5, 1.5 to 3 are still 8, 9, 10 cents each, which is like, hey, 2016, 2.1%. It's not going to go much higher or lower than that. So those are my favorites this week. Go to www.predicted.org/promo/hardfactor20, create an account, deposit at least 20. We'll give you a free 20.
All right, boys. Nice. Here's a fact about Florida men. They love laser pointers.
Who doesn't?
Whether it's to duct tape to their guns or play with their cats or shine in people's eyes, getting a laser pointer is a rite of passage for Florida men. It's the equivalent of their bar mitzvah. Here's another fact about Florida men.
When you turn 14, your dad just hands you a
gun,
gold-encrusted laser pointer.
Come here, I want to give you some.
Yeah, it's right before the rifle.
Yeah, it's a warm-up, the rifle. Here's another fact about Florida men. They have a high propensity to commit crimes on foot. And because of that propensity, Florida police departments rely heavily on police helicopters to keep some semblance of order. And this creates a problem for Florida men and the police. See, earlier this week, a 29-year-old named Ryan Hutton was arrested after pointing his laser at the Volusia County Sheriff's Office helicopter, Air One. And the pilot, I guess, who was flying Air One, said he was on a burglary call when the laser beam hit the right side of the helicopter, illuminating the cockpit and hitting the pilot right in the eye.
Oh, come on.
The pilot told investigators this blinded him for about 3 to 5 minutes. Keep in mind, he's piloting a helicopter. And he described the incident like having a flash bulb go off right in front of his eye.
Yeah. That's awful.
Yeah. So Ryan was on a boat, and they were able to find out where he was, and they went and arrested him. And after his arrest, Ryan told police, quote, "I did it, but I honestly thought it was a drone." Okay, so the helicopter in question, boys, is 41 feet, 8 inches long with a rotor diameter of 35 feet. It's a big boy fucking helicopter.
Okay, It was a full-size helicopter, sure, but this guy can't tell how far things away are,
But
right?
what's the point of laser pointing a drone? He's so full of shit. He obviously is laser pointing a helicopter to fuck with the helicopter pilot. You don't laser point a drone that has no effect on a drone.
Sounds like a helicopter.
I like how plausible the story is.
Well, he was with 3 buddies, so maybe he was pointing it out to the buddies. Maybe he was using the laser pointer to point out the drone. See
Have
that
you
drone
seen
up there?
those-
Where? I don't see it. Oh, now I see it. Now that you laser pointed it.
Have you seen those like they used to have these ads? I don't know if they still have them, but like for like the super lasers where they're like they're so powerful that they can go through paper and like burn stuff. You know, it's like these like super lasers. So that's probably what he had.
Those are like the lasers where you can like try to prove if the Earth is not flat by like like seeing the curvature of it.
Nobody needs them.
No one needs them, guys. Well,
I'm considering Googling that. Like,
I just
right
did.
after we hang up here.
It's pretty dope. You might want to Yandex that. You guys, you'd think this was a rare occurrence, right? But the temptation to shine a laser at aircraft is just too much for Florida men. They just can't resist it. And on Wednesday,
all men, to be fair. I mean, like if you had a laser in your hand and you were on a boat with 3 buddies drinking beers and you had the high-powered laser, and all of a sudden there's something that's in the sky close enough for you to shine it at,
you're going to attempt manslaughter.
It's a wild time, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Great party trick. You get a
you plug the
helicopter to
laser in?
crash.
Well, guys, yeah, it's too much for them. And that was evidence because just a day later, 60-year-old Gregory Marr shined his laser beam at the crew aboard the same helicopter when they were conducting
Same guy.
Palmer Parkway. Different guy, different laser, same helicopter. Flagler County deputies were dispatched to Marr's house where he was taken into custody with charges of pointing a laser at a driver or pilot.
Was it the same pilot though that had to get his eyes?
Didn't say if it was the same
busted
pilot. Same aircraft though.
That's amazing.
Jesus. All right,
It'll
guys.
happen
Before
again.
I kind of
It's gonna keep happening.
I kind of hope it was the same pilot. He's like,
God damn, I'm gonna go blind.
yeah.
All right, guys. Before I get into this next story, let me ask you guys a question. I know we've all been to strip clubs. We enjoy them from time to time, and I know we all also enjoy pornography. What do you think the federal legal age should be to be a stripper? It's 18 for porn. Should it be the same for stripping?
Yes.
18.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Case
Okay.
by case
well,
basis, but if we're going to put it in law, 18. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think the legal age for everything basically should be 18.
Absolutely.
But I could see if you're drinking, right? Is that the issue? So some people have it as a 21 because of the drinking age.
I want
right?
to
'Cause it's
curveball
drinking
here
age.
real quick. I went to the Paper Moon in Richmond, Virginia one time and was talking to a girl who was working there, and she was like, that guy right there, he always offers to pick me up from school. And I said, from school? From college? She goes, no, I'm a senior.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
the
Pat,
paper
you're
mo-
onto some.
Paper Moon was bending a few laws.
Yeah. Well, so apparently in Jacksonville, it's 21, but 13 strip club owners in Jacksonville who probably believe the age should be 16, but are going to settle for 18, are taking their case to federal court to get the legal age to strip in Jacksonville lowered from 21 to 18, arguing that the 21-year age requirements is unconstitutional and violates dancers'
So
First
is the
Amendment
drinking
right.
age, honestly. I think, honestly,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
look,
More importantly-
everything should be the 18.
More
first.
importantly, the drinking age should be lowered. But yeah. What's
Yeah,
the-
but you got to think about the very large group of humans that are between 18 and 21 that want to drink, and the very small group of humans that are between 18 and 21 that want to strip professionally.
That's what I'm saying. It's
I think-
more important for drinking. But
That's why it's
because
great
we're
to
not
have
talking
patriots like this who will stand up for them. That,
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
That minority.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think they're going to win, honestly. So the reason...
Hi, Jerry, I was just saying, these girls are too old. Do you
Exactly.
agree?
Yeah. And you know
Those
we're
are
driving
prime-
more business?
18, 19, 20. Those are prime stripping years.
We'd be doing a lot better business.
It's before they
I
wise
just drove
up.
by the high school.
Yeah, they're dumber. So the reason it's 21 is because the city believes that the 21-year-olds are smarter than 18-year-olds. It's a safer age because any younger and the girls are more susceptible to coercion into sex trafficking. So yeah, they think 21-year-olds are a lot smarter and aren't as susceptible to being tricked, like Pat was saying, like for a ride home or something like that, and then all of a sudden you're in a sex traffic ring.
I don't know. I think her brain's pretty developed. She has a resume and everything.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it's 18. So the U.S. District Judge Timothy Corrigan was on their side saying, quote, when you start telling adults what they can and can't do, you've got to bring the goods. These are people who can vote. They can go into the service. So it sounds like, I mean, this law isn't that old, but it sounds like they might get
Well,
it
why
overturned.
can't Timothy Corrigan do something about the drinking age then? instead of.
Yeah. That's like, people rolling around, young kids getting beer and then getting in their cars and all that stuff.
Well, are we like sloppier than the UK and all of Europe?
I don't know.
Why they seem to be fine with
18 everywhere else.
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, I'm with you guys.
Canada, everywhere.
We're bigger messes than the rest of the world.
It's 18 everywhere else.
Yeah,
And I think the insurance companies have something to do with it. I don't know. But it's going to federal court. So there was also the judge said something about like maybe they can do it so where they can strip if they're 18, but the bar they can't serve booze there, which takes out all the fun for strip clubs. I mean.
No, it just creates a BYOB situation, which is some of the best
right.
best
In
true
Texas, that's
facilities
how it
in
is.
the world.
Yeah, in Texas, that's how it goes. All right, boys. Let's move it along to voicemails and reviews. We might actually get out of this under an hour. I'm going to be surprised.
Nah. We'll drag it
First up is voicemails. So can't play all of them because we got a ton. Thank you, everybody. 512-270-1480. That's the voicemail line. So I'll narrate a couple and then play a few. So first up is a narration. David, he left us one last week about Leeds. MOT, March On Together, right, Mark? Is that what it is?
Yeah, marching on together, yeah.
Marching On Together. With the overs, he talked about how Leeds needed to beat Fulham, which we did. And now how we all need 2.5 goals total or more against Sheffield to keep the over train going. So Sheffield United, let some goals in, score some goals on us. We'll all have a good time. Thank you, David. MOT Leeds and Hard Factor all together. 7 a.m. Eastern on Sunday is Leeds versus Sheffield United. So don't miss that.
Get ready to get fucked, Sheffield.
Why don't we pick a sport that I'd be awake for? All right.
Well, that's 4 a.m. on the West Coast, pal. You think I'm going to be up for it?
Well, I think you might just still be awake, Pat.
Yeah, it's true.
I can do that, Mark.
Yeah.
I can figure it out.
That's true.
More likely you'll be awake already.
Steve can definitely figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and so here's our first voicemail from Brad.
What's up, boys? This is Brad Dog, Chicago IL. I was just listening to Friday's episode, and Pat, I really don't appreciate your slander of Hooters, a great American franchise. I actually, growing up, I was in a very competitive baseball travel league where we travel around to like different cities and states and stuff, and our coach actually promised every tournament that we won, he would take us to Hooters. So
Creepy.
I don't think it's too inappropriate for kids. And I also think he underestimated how good we were going to be because we played in 8 tournaments and we won 5 of them. So, yeah, that was a fun time. But speaking of tits, I was curious. Like in a movie or something. So mine, I'm only 28, but the one that stands out to me is always the shower scene in Starship Troopers. Could not take my eyes off those nips. So yeah, curious what you boys have to say. All right, have a great fucking day.
All right, I thought that was Brad, but I think it may have been Bride Dog from Chicago. Anyways, he's a Hooters fan. B, if you got anything to say about
Big
that?
Hooters guy, all about it. And if it's being used as an incentive, a carrot, so to speak, special occasion Hooters, I could see that. But still very creepy that your coach was promising to take you guys to Hooters.
No, it wasn't.
Surprised
I thought that
no
was
one stepped in. Okay.
thought that was a magical tale.
Yep.
Also, his point about Hooters making you think about cans was also solid. I would say, what's the movie with Gina Gershon?
He was asking what our first tit movie experience
Well, like
was, I
the
think.
the boob movies that
That's
really
a great,
stick out in
great
your mind.
question. Great question.
Showgirls is, I think that's the name of the one.
That's
that
Elizabeth
sticks out
Berkley
to me.
and Gina
Gershon.
That's Gina Gershon, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big one. For me, it was a movie called Doc Hollywood with Michael J. Fox. It was a brief nudity where the woman gets out of the lake. And I remember my dad rented it because it was PG-13. A lot of people don't know this, but you can have brief nudity in PG-13s, full on frontal, no vag, just boobies. But my dad was like making dinner in the kitchen while my brother and I were watching it, and that was the best like 4 to 6 seconds of our lives because we like look back to make sure dad's not looking in the room, and then back to the TV to see your
You're
first.
saying that's the first boob?
That was the first boobs I ever saw. Yeah,
Nice. First boob would be different for me, but
Under
most
Siege cake
influential.
scene, obviously. And then Jennifer Tilly in this Alec Baldwin movie, like the Getaway, I think it's called. Jennifer Tilly's stacked, and that's a good one. And then like Jennifer Connelly and I think Patricia Arquette in this Don Johnson movie called like Heat or something like that, or I forget. All those are tops, top notch.
I can't remember my very first one, but Double Impact is one that sticks out to me.
Is that with Wesley Snipes?
No, that was Jean-Claude Van Damme.
JCVD.
And
Yeah, where
Dennis
he plays a twin of himself. And
Yeah, he plays a
that's
twin,
where the double impact comes from.
Yeah, they
okay.
fuck on a boat.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
Hot spot.
Connolly,
Hot
the
spot.
hot spot was pretty good, bro.
Hot spot. That's what I'm talking about. It's like Jennifer Connelly and Virginia Madsen and Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, okay. So check this out. The Rocketeer, Billy Campbell, dated both of them at different times.
Whoa.
He liked the hot spot too.
Yeah, he's a fan of the hot spot.
He certainly did. First boobs for me was Roadhouse. I saw.
Oh, nice.
Roadhouse is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, Roadhouse. My dad knew about those boobs, so I didn't get to see those boobs. He knew about them.
Okay, Big Ounce also in Chicago. He wants another boat race. So,
It's
thoughts?
long overdue.
Thoughts? Yeah. So we'll put one together.
I'm in.
And yeah, we'll put one together, but it's going to be, we're not going to do the pomp and circumstance of the last ones. It's going to be like old school Fight Club style boat race where we just show up and chug a couple beers and we're done. But yeah, we'll get it going. We'll talk about something. All right. Now the next voicemail.
Boys, Fat Matt up in Portland, Oregon. It's a great day to be an American. Just want to let you know my air quality has gone down from hazardous for about a week to moderate. Even better news, I just got my fucking pimp-ass Heart Factor stickers. I was a little worried I wouldn't get them because I said I heard about the show from Pat's mom, but you came through. Holler, Dave, give these boys a contract. Don't be fucking stupid. Keep it up on the lids and the cons. God bless.
More stickers coming, by the way, guys. Here's what happened with the stickers. Stamps.com printed what we thought was all the stickers, and we turned out it randomly selected about 3/4 of the list. So I went back through, and I'm having to go back through and compare like 600 addresses from what was sent and what wasn't. But I'm almost done with it. We'll get the second batch out the door.
Yeah, well, nice work, the three of you getting those stickers all out, because that brightened somebody's day. In Portland, we were just talking about how Portland, Seattle, they could use a little sunshine.
Good for the air quality, most importantly. Let's get that even better.
Yeah. Thank you for the support, Matt. All right, we had Ryan in Dallas. She left us one that says we need to fix the voicemail intro. That's like several people have told us
We'll
that.
do that today.
I've
because
said
it
that too.
sucks.
Yeah,
she
no one
said-
knows it's us. It's like a robot.
She says it's annoying and we need to fix that.
Agreed.
And then also she says, do we think that the flight to nowhere is bad for the environment? Because she was pointing out that like jet fuel is like the worst thing. So it's like, why would you just fly a plane to nowhere? Because it's like the worst thing you can do for the environment.
I think that, the short answer is yes, but it's so minuscule because there are so many flights that of course, yes, but it doesn't matter. Like there's like
she was suggesting
flights.
like magnetic trains instead.
Yeah, but there's so many flights, and as soon as everyone's like over the pandemic and the things dipping and stuff, there's going to be a billion flights again. So short answer, yes, but no.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then we had an unnamed caller from Austin, Texas, who wanted to shout out the scientific community for keeping their heads down and trying to fix all the COVID problems while the rest of us argue about it in the politic and talking head world. So shout out Austin, Texas, and the medical and scientific community for sure. Keep doing what you're doing. All right. And our last voicemail for the day.
Hey guys, this is Kevin from California. I know you guys are doing the weight loss challenge right now, but I want to know who's going to be the best Santa, who's going to be the best mall Santa. And personally, I don't want the beef anywhere near my kid, so take him out of the running. But who would be the best mall Santa? All right, have a great fucking day.
Well, you just made a big ass mistake because I like a challenge, and if someone doesn't want me to do something, you better believe I'm going to fucking do it. So
yeah, I was also just thinking that you would probably put the most effort into being the mall Santa.
I was going to say it was you. You're the most jovial during the holidays.
I think I probably fit.
I was going to say
like,
Mark
natural.
would do it. He's got I think Mark with the beard.
He has the beard though.
Yeah.
And I was going to say Wes, so we're all split because I think,
Well, that's, you know why? Because we're all morbidly obese and we could all be good Santas.
Right.
Right.
Now, you can't blame Kevin for wanting the beef's hands far away from his children.
No, that makes the most sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you go with that look, you're going to get a certain reaction from parents.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
Do you notice parents like clutching their children as you get closer to them?
Yeah. Short line for the beef.
I just got someone tweeted at me when I posted our photo, and someone said something like, "If Barstool ever gets canceled, it'll be because of this fucking freak show. What a weird human!" And it was a gif of them throwing up.
How about you?
Well, the beef,
Holy shit.
I mean, hey,
That's
look,
mean.
the beef is a polarizing figure, right? People feel strongly one way or the other.
Right.
Freak show. I don't agree with that.
No,
You look great, Pat.
The beef, we love you. Yeah.
Oh, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna get his address somehow. And
You should just show up.
Shit on his
we got
car.
into it. We got into that too.
Shit
So,
on his car. Good
Yeah,
call.
taunt the beef at your own
Yeah.
at your own risk. You know, he's got quite an extensive.
He's got revenge
background.
stories we can't even talk about, and we've talked
Yeah.
about the shitting on the car. So
oh, it looks like this little bitch deleted his tweet.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Well, smart move.
He was intimidated already.
Yeah.
All right. He must have heard us recording right now. All right. Moving on to 5-star reviews. Perfect segue, Beef. The first one is from D. Had. And it is a long thing called Pat's Confession that he would like you to read. It's up to you. That's a long one. I'd say we read every word of every review normally. This is
All right, I'll do it.
okay.
I want to start this by saying on record that my name is Pat Cassidy, a.k.a. Fat Cat, Cass, a.k.a. The Beeve, a.k.a. Pat the Pool Boy. I've been putting on the facade to our listeners that I'm a hardcore libtard when that isn't that case at all. I have realized the show would be better if I learned how to shut the fuck up when I want to argue the liberal side of things. I'm going to admit somehow to the Hive. I'm going to admit something to the Hive and the world today that will likely surprise them. I'm saying this because I really need to get it off my chest, like the poop after Odell Beckham comes, and not because a 5-star reviewer / Hardo Hive member is making me say it. Here you go. I've always looked up to Donald Trump. He's been my idol since I can remember, and I wanted to be just like him. As I got older, I became envious of him because I realized I would never be as famous or worth as much as he is. This caused a struggle within that has made me lash out and argue irrationally with my co-hosts over things I knew I was wrong about and didn't make sense. I also now have a multiple personality disorder that was caused by this mental tension. I wanted people to dislike President Trump so I could feel better about being a financially unstable loser who has to make myself feel important by pretending I was in charge of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've hit rock bottom and a midlife crisis at the same time. Selling my fat body using the alias Pat the Pool Boy isn't a healthy way to deal with my mental instability. Dyeing my hair and changing my facial hair to become the Beeve is to make people think that I've gotten some beeve before, when actually I'm a virgin. I hope this was insightful to who I am as a person and why I do the things that I do.
Wow. Thanks.
That was
Beef.
amazing.
Jeez. That was tough. Glad you got that off your chest.
Do you want to read the?
Wow.
You want to read the nice part of it?
You can.
You read all of the satire. He ends it with, "You guys are great. I use your stories for conversation almost every day. You will all definitely get the full-time contract soon. P.S. This was a joke, Pat. So chill out. It's so easy to get you worked up. Quit being so sensitive. Have a great fucking day."
This was a
Holy
joke, you big
shit.
pussy.
He hit him with the chill out after that.
Preemptive charge.
That was amazing.
What a
Damn.
fucking review. That was
good.
That was funny. That was a good. At least he put a lot of thought into that though. That was a good soliloquy.
Great
All right.
one.
Next one, 5 stars from J Marty P. He says, "Best news podcasts available. What's up, Hardos? Since you guys read all the 5-star reviews, I thought it would be a good chance to shoot my shot. I am a veteran going to college for communications, and I'm looking for an awesome internship and would love the opportunity to be part of this team. If this gets read, I'll slide into y'all's DMs. So we're reading it. And I'll keep listening every day and continue to recommend pods to friends, and family. Thank you, J. Marty P. We want to work, with everybody that we can, and just definitely keep in touch with us. So
kudos. Thank you for your service, brother, and good on you for using the GI Bill.
Yeah, and kudos for this is clever. No one's done this before. We've had people reach out for internships, but this was a thinking outside the box way to get to us. So
the long and the short answer to that is that, like, with us and Barstool in general, you never know when people are going to need help. So just stay in touch with us all the time. And
we currently have 3 awesome interns that work their asses off for us, so we're pretty good now, but we don't really pay them. So like at some point they're going to leave. So like so at some point there will be an opening.
Yeah, they're also like lawyers and lobbyists,
much better educated than us, with better lots of very bright futures ahead. So
for sure.
Shout out Bubba, Cam, and Patricia.
Yeah, they must really resent us.
Yeah, but for real, no, like with us and Barstool in general, I think hey, if you're available and you're really trying to put it out there, just stay in touch with everybody, keep pushing everybody.
Yep.
All right, next 5 stars from Shanna, and she says, HAGFD, good morning and welcome to another 5-star review, the one and only podcast that wakes me up every single weekday. You guys are the only unbiased, entertaining, factual news podcast I've heard that actually gets me out of bed at a good, awful time before the sun rises in the morning. I appreciate you and look forward to listening to y'all continue to do your thing. Hyped to get my hands on the HAGFD Lady Hard Factor Tee. Woo, thanks, y'all. Thank you, Shanna. And ladies, don't forget, go to the Barstool store. We got ladies HAGFT tees now. We have tees for everybody out there. All right, next 5-star reviews from Che Chopper. Nice.
I think it's by the way, it was a god awful time
god awful. Yeah,
not a good awful. She gets up at a god awful time because she listens. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Conspiracy theory.
She didn't capitalize God, so we'll just glance straight over that.
Name in vain.
Yeah.
Purpose.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even recognize that.
We'll only recognize as God.
Wasn't
in capital
a capital
letters.
G.
Yeah.
Woo, Shannon, you got to watch out. I went to Sunday school. All right. This next 5 stars from Che Chopper. It says, everything wrong. He said, you guys got everything wrong. Luis Fonsi is from Puerto Rico. He didn't wrote the song Despacito, and the original version is the one with billions of views in YouTube. So he's mad that we got the name of the guy wrong.
He sang it, and the punchline was that the chorus is like maybe Joe Biden wrote it because it's about like sniffing hair and whispering in ears and stuff like that. Yeah, that was the reason we talked about it.
Sorry, Che.
Yeah,
sorry, Che Chopper. But hey, he still likes the show. 5
What are you, a
stars.
producer
Thanks,
for this guy? Who cares?
I know, right?
Despacito's like 5 years old. Who gives a fuck?
It's driving me crazy. They got that wrong.
What are you, the actual writer of the fucking song? Who cares?
So I just looked up Despacito on BMI, which is the nonprofit organization that collects live publishing rights for songs. And guess who the writer of Despacito is?
Luis Fonsi, right? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. This guy's an idiot. Who cares?
He's got a 25% share.
Well, keep listening. Thank you, Che. 5 stars from Roadrunner 613. Speaking test. 1 smart feller, he felt smart. 2 smart fellers, they felt smart. 3 smart fellers, they all felt smart. Give it a shot. HAGFD.
Is he saying we?
I think he passed it. I don't know.
Don't speak. You saying we do that wrong or something all the time?
Unique New York. What is he saying?
I think it was just you need unique New York.
Yeah.
Did I pass? All right. I passed.
Yeah, you sounded great.
Nice. Cool. Next 5-star review. Ooh, Beef's got some backup here from E Holt 75. China isn't that bad. That's all. China isn't that bad. That's what they say.
Nice. I like that one.
Next 5-star review is from Alex Trebek 333. He says, news cocaine for 1,000. Said, found this show on the XM station and have listened every day since. It's a great combo of people that keep it fairly nonpartisan, just like new sentence. Just like a presidential vote, you listen to podcasts from people you'd have beers with. Ooh, good point. Much respect to the Beef for holding it down for the Dem side, while the other guys seem to keep it sensibly conservative. I'm a civil engineer who spends 10 hours a day on a computer, and this show gives me the perfect news bumps to keep me going. Keep killing it, y'all. Alex Trebek, news cocaine for 1,000.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah. Next one, 5-star from Football Guy 69. He says, long may the Hardos reign. Hell yeah, Football Guy 69. Must download for all stoolies and everyone's sick of agenda-driven news networks. Make these guys full-time yesterday. Also, you're not full-time. What do you fatsos do for money? It's a good point. Football Guy 69. Mark and I, we have different situations. Pat and Wes maintained their previous careers on the side. Mark and I were full-time, like executive track corporate guys. So we built up money during that time and are slowly running out while we work.
I made well over 6 figures with a bonus and then banged, and now I'm bleeding money every month.
Similar to
pretty
PFT
badly.
Commenter, actually, the track that Mark and I took, we were both going up in the IT world.
And now I'm watching it all deplete.
Yeah,
Barstool income and a kid just isn't quite enough, so I had to keep that second job.
Right, and then Pat also continuing to produce for some
Pat pretends to
entertainment
do something for a movie he never mentions.
Yeah, but I've lost pretty much all my clients. So
No, that's because we're doing it all for the Hive, baby.
hey, I'm happy to do it.
Full
Yeah, that's
time
what I
for the
wanted.
Hive. Yeah.
That's what we're doing. All right, 5 stars from Dingus5555. He says, idea to get more Democrat interviews. Don't let Pat speak. Which
What?
I don't
I don't get
quite.
that.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that one. But
Okay.
Pat, you care to address Dingus?
Do you want to tease? You want to tease Monday?
I don't know.
Oh,
Do you want to tease? You want to tease Monday?
yeah. Did you happen to?
Some people don't like the beef. That's okay. But I don't think we get more Democrats if I shut up.
We have a mega star Democrat on Monday.
Yeah,
That's right. You better watch this
I used
next
to
one.
yell it a lot. It rhymes. Starts with a Y, ends with a G.
Should be a pretty good,
Let me just
pretty good
say it.
clue.
It was
Next
a
star.
pretty good interview too, if you ask me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Oh,
Great
excellent.
guy.
You're gonna fucking love Monday's show. All right, and then next 5-star review, we got 3 more. We'll be done. The Clyer family. Jack from Lexington. He says, "Hey guys, love the show. Started listening right when coronavirus went nuts in the U.S., and I really appreciated a non-biased and less serious news source during that time. Quick question for you all. Have you all ever been to Lexington or UK before? One of us certainly has. Oh, yeah. And what did you all do? Did you all think about it? P.S. Mark, I heard you talking about JRPGs on Friday, and you should play Persona 5 if you haven't yet.
Good tip, brother, and I will. I've heard great things.
Nice. And then Wes, what are your thoughts on Lexington, Kentucky?
Yeah,
Because
well,
you definitely had the
I went
most.
to UK for a couple years down there in Lexington. Lived off Euclid, frequented Linas, Two Keys. I love Lexington. I failed out because I was ripping 5-foot bongs and
Because you
drinking all
loved
day.
it, yeah.
Yeah, I loved it a little too
Had
much.
it been
But
4-foot bongs,
what's
you
that?
would have had a shot.
Yeah,
That's
had
right.
been, yeah, that's
Take
right.
1 foot off that bong.
But yeah, I love Lexington. It's beautiful down there. So great town. I hope to be back one day.
I've never
And
been.
Keeneland too is awesome. Keeneland was the best. You go vet on horses at Keeneland. Holy fuck, what a day!
Oh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
You've never been, Beef? To
No, I would. I've only been places usually on tour with bands, but we never didn't play Kentucky that much. Sometimes Louisville.
How did,
I've never
How
spent
did
any
Whiskey
time in
Shivers never play Kentucky?
Oh, they played Kentucky all the time.
Yeah,
Louisville
what the
and
fuck?
Lexington.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you only go.
Yeah.
I've never spent any time in Kentucky. Would love to. Seems like a really fun place. It seems similar. I went to LSU, also in the SEC, like UK, and it seems similar. Horse racing, drink, having a good time.
I think
football,
I think the
basketball.
boys could have a good time there.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Used to camp at the Red River Gorge or something gorge down there. It's awesome place.
Gorge it up.
Yeah. All right. 2 more 5 stars from Max. The Clam Gulch. All right. 5 stars from Max. 4-6 something. Good job, y'all. Not nothing funny to say, but good job, y'all. I think you deserve a little more respect, but keep the laughs coming. See you, MMING. Nice. Love it, Max. Thank you. And then 5 stars from Tyler Thompson, 1991. This is the last one. He says 5 stars. That's it. That's the review. And that'll close it out for Hard Factor this week. Thank you, Tyler Thompson. And thank you, everybody in the Hardo Hive, for listening. As always, we do this show strictly for you and to entertain you, and we love that you tune in every day and listen with us. We have an amazing show coming on Monday. Like we were teasing, it's an excellent, big-time Democratic interview. We got extended on Barstool Radio, so sign up for a Sirius XM trial. They usually have a 3-4 month thing. Follow at Barstool Radio and just look at the most recent deal they've tweeted. They always have a few months free, but we're going to be on there at least, seems like, through October. Who knows how long we'll get to stay on radio, but we're on there actually expanding Monday through Friday now, 5 days there, 5 days here. We're going to keep the podcast going. So double shows, double down on Hard Factor. But most importantly, have a great fucking weekend.